This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, hope my screen is visible to you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, able to see.
Okay, so today I'm planning to move forward with the Gatling concepts in detail, whatever I showed you in the last session. Then we'll talk about the installation, and I wanted to show you guys to do the UI recording through the browser. Last time I showed you guys through the hard file, right? Okay, so scripting, how we start the scripting in the Gatling. So basically, we spoke about two mode, that is HTTP proxy and a HAR converter. For HTTP proxy, we need to define the port, and default port is 8000, but we can configure it. Then we have the name of our class. Then we have to start the recording. I'll show you that in a while. HAR converter mode is very simple. In HAR converter mode, we just browse through the application in Google Chrome. Then we save our HAR file, and then we export to the HAR converter mode in Gatling, and then scripts get generated. What are the components? Okay, so HTTP protocol configuration, header definition, scenario definition, and simulation definition. Okay, so HTTP protocol configuration is that part of the script structure, okay, which defines the base URL against which the test is running. Basically, the application base URL. Also, it has the configurations such as the user agent, language, header configuration, whatever it is needed to access the applications. All those things are available over there. Header definition requires relevant headers that has to be sent to the server to get the response in return. Scenario definitions will contains the methods we are going to call, like get, post, pull, update, delete, and it will also control in which process and in which sequence our users and requests will be run. Simulation is just a simple thing which will tell us what will be the load at the system and how the load will be put in the system. How, when I speak how means like at what duration, what will be the ramp up model. Is it the incremental load test, or it will be the spike test, or will it be the stress test?
Amrit,
So
hi, this is Ashish here. Sorry to stop you. There's just one quick question. If you go to the
yeah,
previous
please.
slide. Yep.
Yeah, please
So,
ask.
in the first point, we can see that language header is mentioned in HTTP protocol configuration. And in the second point, it's headers definition. So, how would that be different? I mean, just just a quick thing that came to mind. That's it.
Yeah, that okay. So there are some specific headers. Okay, there are two types of headers. Okay, one header that is we need have to be there in browser side to understand the request. Correct. The language should be EN. You agree? The user's
True.
agent should be Mozilla or Firefox or Google Chrome. But
Correct.
there are some specific headers that we need when that server understand, when we like should I give you the real time example? uh, when you are hitting any applications with a PG, you need trace ID. Without sending the trace ID, any global caching will not understand the request and will return you 500 error.
Okay. Yeah, I can relate to it. Yes. Got it. Got it.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
So keep in mind, like these are the mandatory imports, these headers. uh, just a minute, please. Okay. So these are the mandatory imports for Gatling DSL. These you have to import these packages everywhere whenever you are writing the scripts. When you record the script to the Gatling tool, it is predefined. If it's not, if you are not recording it through the tool, then it's not predefined. You have to put it there. It's io.gatling.core the predefined predef is nothing, is the predefined functions that we are importing from the Gatling. JDBC is for the database. HTTP predef is for the HTTP calls. Scalar.concurrent duration is for simulations, because in simulation, when we are trying to simulate the users with the timing, these concurrent durations imports needs to be done. Okay. So of course, when we are running a test, we need logging in terms of, because we when we spoke about the advantages and disadvantages of Gatling, we also spoke about that Gatling has something, the bad interface of the showing the results during the execution. We don't have the enough information there. So if we are getting any error and we want to debug that, we can turn on the trace. How to turn on the trace? When you have a log file, okay, open the log file, go to the root label. There will be the logger name, and we have the root label equal to debug. We can change it to trace. Then we will be getting the all the logs, and it will be helpful in debugging, inputting the correlations and doing the validation, everything. Once it is done, and you are back to your script, and you have to put on the debug for the load test, because a lot of data will be appended and the system will crash if you will turn on the trace over the load test. So basically it's for the debugging only. Keep that in mind. Okay, when we talk about simulating real user behavior, we are running a load test. Then we have to flush the cookies and cache. Basically, we have the for those who have used the load runner and JMeter, they know there are options for the flushing and the cookie and cache. But we have the functions over the Gatling, that exe flush session cookie, flush cookie jar, flush HTTP cache. Anybody can relate in the session?
Yeah, yes, I am from the Jmeter background.
Yeah. So we have the predefined functions here. We don't have to worry about that.
Mm.
Again, we have the parameterization, that is most important domain module we have, and we have the correlation too. Basically, parameterization, we don't have any options for parameterization over there. We have to do it manually over there. Okay. This
Sorry for
let
interrupting you.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so in the earlier you explained, right? So regarding to that cache and cookie, and now you are explained the parameterization. So suppose you are not recording through the Gatling script, so you are going to write the manually for the web services script. So we need to write these all things, right? For the
Yeah,
excluding the
yeah,
cookies.
yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so the thing is that we are just going from very basic now. Okay, we
Mm.
are just showing you, making you familiar with the tool, because if I will open the Eclipse or IntelliJ IDE and I will start writing the course, nobody will understand. Let me get
Yeah.
you familiar through the structure of Gatling first, then we'll go to
Mm.
advanced level. We'll do everything. If you can see
Okay.
in one of the scripts, because you have asked me, let us see. See, I have disabled the cachings, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So we'll do these things manually. Okay.
Yeah. Of
So
course. Yeah.
moving ahead.
Mm.
Okay. So parameterization is very simple. Just you have to remember few points. Okay. So what is val? Anybody? We spoke about this in last session. Why we can you explain this line? Anybody in the session? Can you please explain this? What is val CLP feeder?
We are storing the values, sir, actually.
Correct. Correct.
Variable we are using VAR, and VAR means for static value we are storing in var.
Okay. So very simple. We are declaring a feeder variable. Okay, and its scope will be the class. Okay, and equal to CSV. CSV is the format of the file. CLP.csv is the file name, and dot random is the pattern in which data will be picked up from the file. So basically, variable will be defined which will take the CSV as a format, the file name, and dot the random, the unique or circular in the way the data will be picked up. Now, how to pass this parameter in the file in the script? Yeah, so CLP feeder is the variable which store the value, and you can pass it to the request. Any questions, anyone? How to pass that? That we'll discuss about that. But in feeder concepts, anybody has any questions?
No, sir.
So
Clear, sir.
CLP underscore feeder is a predefined thing, or did we actually declare it as a variable?
No, it's a variable. Anything. You can keep it your name until and unless you forget it to pass to your request.
Okay, so VAL, CLP feeder, or I mean whatever it could be. This is we are declaring and assigning it as a CSV file with name CLP or anything whichever it could be. Dot random would be the type of the or the way
Okay.
that we'll be using the variables, right?
Okay. We'll talk about the random and circular thing. Random is that something is in load runner or JMeter that
Yeah,
data can
I
be.
understand. So dot random would be the way or the parameters would be used, right? Or the
Yeah,
values would be
correct.
used. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
that's correct. That's correct.
thank you. Yeah,
Kumar,
got it.
may I know what is meant by scenario?
Okay. Okay. So scenario, just come to the where we. So scenario definition, we spoke about that, right? This scenario will contains the request type, and it will define the user interaction with the application. It will decide how users will be accessing the application or simulating the load, right?
Okay.
Did you understand or not? Just tell me. We can discuss about it again.
It tells how the user is interacting with the application.
Correct, correct.
Okay.
So just focus on this for feeder declaration. After a variable CLP feeder is declared, now how to pass that? So the feed is the function in the Gatling. Please note that feed is the function in the Gatling, and then in the brackets, close brackets, we pass feeder. This is for the inputting the feeder variable in your scope, in the scenario scope, so that it can understand that we have to feed this data, then we have to pass the variable. Okay, understood? Anybody has any concern regarding this?
So
Okay.
now you are showing picking the data from CSV, sir. What about some parameterization from in JMeter? We do the dual expression. We change the response values. How we will handle those kind of scenarios, sir?
This is parameter only. We haven't spoke about the correlation, right? It will
Okay.
come to correlation next sessions. We will save the data. We'll use that. We're yet to come.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So also this is the theory part we have. Let us do some hands-on. Okay. Let us show you the recording part basically. So anybody has Gatling installed in their system? Gatling
Yeah,
demo.
I installed it, but still not started actually.
Okay.
Today only I
So
installed it.
please have a look. Please have a look. So go to gatling.io. It should be downloads. Okay, so go to official Gatling website and download the Gatling. Go to download now. So basically I have it already. So I have to let me okay, let it be. Okay, let me show you. Put it into any folder you want to. There's no restrictions. Okay, and unzip it. Let's see what's there in Gatling. So you'll get a bundle over the Gatling folder. Uh, just please keep a note that we are going through running Gatling standalone only right now. We are not talking about the ID integration right now with Eclipse or IntelliJ. That we'll do later. First, let us navigate through the basic Gatling. So we have couple of files over here. So please understand the folder structure. We have bin. So bin have some bat files, some shell file, and then some exe file also in some of the packages. So we have two things over here. One is recorder, one is recorder.sh. Those who are using the Mac will run this for recording. I am using Windows, I'll run this. This is for recording any of the script. Okay, so you can see the listening port over there. That means I have to put the proxy in which it will listen. So let's go to settings. In your browser settings where you want to record it, go to proxy settings. Okay, now you can see user proxy server is off. I'm making it on. So make it localhost because you are recording from local, right? And port is 3838. That's good. I'm saving it. Okay, now come to the Gatling recording window again. So package name I have to give. So I'm giving demo session for day 1 package. Okay, class simulation we have to give underscore recorded simulation. Simulation folder is fine. HTTP proxy preferences. Okay, something wrong over there. We have used the I think it is not picking the proxy. I need to run it again. Okay, what port we have. Okay, start the recording. Okay, so here's the option for recording. We can give the tag also. Okay, so let us suppose I am recording homepage. I am giving a tag homepage. Okay, now I'm going to my browser. I'm going to automationpractice.com. Okay, now I have the home page captured over here. You can see whatever events has captured. Now we go for catalog. I will add it, and I will go for t-shirts. Now I will go for another flow, PDP. I will add that, and I will go for a quick view. Okay, I'm recording it right here only. I'm stopping it and saving it, the request we have recorded. Okay, now go back to our Gatling project. Go to the main folder. Go to the user files. Now we have two things over here. One is resources, one is simulations. So resources will contain the additional resource or CSV file we are uploading, and simulation will contain the overall script. So we have created new package. We have recorded simulation.scala. Let's open with the okay. So let's coming from starting. So package is the package name. We have these imports over here. Anybody can tell what are these imports?
Library names, sir.
Sorry.
Uh, Library names, sir. Scala library names.
Okay, so these are the mandatory imports we spoke about, right? Like
Yes.
core.pdef, http.pdef, jdbc.pdef. This is my class name. Whatever the class name you will give in time of recording, it will come here. If you can see, what is the class name over here? Recorded simulation, right?
Record simulation.
And what is the class name here? Recorded
Yes.
simulation. And it extends simulation. It is extending the simulation so that it can run the load. Now we have the protocol header configuration over there. We have dot base URL. So dot base URL, what is the base URL? We have automationpractice.com. We have HTML resources. We have accept header, accept encoding, user agent. In the same way, we have the other header configurations is also there. When we come to scenario, we have the home page. So let us understand how to define the transactions in Gatling. So please go on mute. I think somebody is on mute and we are getting the noise. Yeah, thank you. So this is the home page. We put the tag over during the recording, so it's commented over there. So let's make it home page. We have catalog here. Let's put it catalog. Let's put it PDP. Now we have set up okay, let's understand this is the simulation part. Okay, setup is for setting up the user. SCN, what is SCN? SCN is the scenario variable name. Where we define the scenario? Here. So what is the variable name? SCN, right? So scenario variable name dot inject at once users. We can put anything over there. We have different configuration. We will discuss about it later, but first let's cover the basic one. So we are ramping up one user, and this is the protocol definition that we have HTTP protocol. Okay, let's try to run this and see what we'll get. Yeah, so as we are here, anybody has any questions regarding this, regarding the recording, how we have done it, regarding the file which is created, or any other component in the file which you are not able to understand?
Yeah, Amrit, could you please go a little down? I just want to see one of the codes
Yeah, please.
here. So HTTP, and in the braces, in the curly braces, you put, sorry, in the double quotes, you put catalog. That is just a name, right? That's it.
Yeah, we spoke about. Okay, just a minute. Very important we understand this very clearly. So if you remember, in the time of recording, we put the tag, right? Catalog,
Tags,
homepage,
yeah,
and PDP. So
correct.
we put that tag just to define the transaction name, because if it's the known application, it's good. If it's unknown application, we don't know which URL will be hitting the which of the category, right? So we'll define our transactions. We'll group our transaction. Similarly, like in start transaction
Correct.
you put, we put here the HTTP request configuration for the transaction naming.
Okay, and how about
So
this SCN, which was at the top, I guess, a little up, right?
here
SCN.
also we have.
Yeah, this is one, and there is another SCN which I think it
Yeah,
got auto created, right? A private well SCN scenario
yeah,
record
now
something.
now it is auto created. Okay, so we have three, basically we have 3 to 4 partitions in the scripts we spoke when we were navigating through the PPT. What were that? Let me go back. Yeah, we have protocol configuration, header definition, scenario definitions, and simulation definition. Okay, got it. So
Yep.
what, all these 4 parts, so this is the script. Okay, this is the code. We don't have any standalone tools, we are running a code with the script. So we need some variables to access the applications or give the reference, correct? So
Yep.
everywhere we are giving the, whenever we are defining the protocol, we are giving the variable. What is the variable? HTTP protocol. What is the headers? Val headers 0, correct? And these variables we are passing in the subsequent request. We'll talk about it in later of in detail, of course, but since you have asked me, so let's talk about this in brief. So private val, we don't know private, we'll comment out private, but the code structure is something like that. Let's let it be. So val scn equal to, scn is the variable name for scenario, and where it is started, scope, its scope is the home page, its scope is the catalog. So when we are running the simulation, when we are calling the variable, where it will reference, it will define what to run, which variable we need to define, this scenario, right? This transaction
Yep.
it will.
Correct. Okay. Yep. Got it. Got it, Amrit.
Okay. So let us. Actually, the thing is that I have very better way to explain you this, but the thing is that we have to go with the pace. That's why I'm trying to explain with it very basic. Okay.
No, no, I
So running
completely
a test.
understand. Sorry.
Yeah. So running it. Go to bin. We have something like Gatling over there, bat file. Just double click on that.
Do we need to install Scala?
I don't think so. Here we need. I think it will be needed with the ID. Something went wrong. Okay, one of the scripts I have. Let me check. Okay, looks like I have couple of simulation and one of them is having the issue. That's why I'm not able to run it. Give me 2 minutes. Let me check. If not, I will show you. Okay, I'll check it and we'll run later. Apart from that, we have showed you right in the last session by running the one of the script, correct?
Can we go to the Notepad++ program once, please?
Yeah, we can go. Just a minute.
Okay, here that dot check, can we discuss now or in future? After few days, we will understand. What is the dot check function?
Yeah, we'll discuss about it. This is basically I have discussed only basics of parameterization right now and installing Gatling and running your first script. Okay,
Okay.
you'll and defining the transaction. Just go and try it. We'll talk about detail. I'll also show you that without recording, if you want to create a script, just manually writing the code, you will be do that very easily, like I am doing. Yeah. So since I was not able to run from there due to some compilation issue from my local. I'm trying to run it from the IntelliJ now so that I can show you the report. What is this? Failed 404 not found. No problem. So this is how a report will be generated once you run the simulation. So what option you will get when you go to the let me tell you so that you can try. When you go to the Gatling, okay, go to bin, double click on Gatling. When you double click on the Gatling, CMD open, and you will get the same message like I was getting in the Eclipse. Just a minute, just a minute. Engine. Okay. So in the CMD, you will get this. Yeah, something like that to choose the simulation. So put your simulation number like 1 and give the optional description, and your test will start, and you'll be able to run the test, and the report will be generated. You'll get the transactions as the same like home page I have given over here. Then you'll get a good report. Go through the report. But please try to install the Gatling and run it from the local ones. In the next sessions, we will go from the something advanced level of the parameterizations, and we'll implement the parameterization, correlations, checkpoints, and we'll integrate it through ID and we'll run. So
Can you show me
let's
some post to the tracer? As of now, you have seen the get right. Can you show me some post samples, sir?
okay, I have to check if I have some post. No, I don't have, sorry, but since you have asked it, let me check in one of the folder. I will have. Unfortunately, in this laptop, I don't have. I'll show you tomorrow. We have the scripts. I'll show you tomorrow.
Oh, okay, sir.
Sir,
So,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm new to
yeah,
performance testing. So whenever you are telling
just,
about some correlation,
just,
etc., so please
yeah.
tell me from beginner perspective.
Yeah, so this is the we have another 10 minutes left. Let's one by one, please ask your doubts and questions you have any. I'll be able to take that now.
Yeah, that's what. Earlier, some person asked regarding correlation, JMeter, etc. So I'm a beginner to this performance testing. So whenever you come across correlation, please tell me a little bit briefly at the time, I mean, from the basics.
Yeah, yeah, okay, I got it. So what's your good name?
My name is Sai Krishna.
Yeah, so Sai, have you ever felt during the session that something was not explained through the basic? You are able to get everything we are trying to explain, right?
Yeah, I'm able to get, but that correlation, these terms are.
Everything we will first start from the very basic, very scratch from the definition, and we'll go on its hands on. Okay, like we are doing in every session. If you guys
Yes,
feel we need to change the approach of the session, or I am going too fast, I'm going too slow, please raise your hands in between only. We'll
okay,
change
sure,
the approach.
sure,
the
thank you.
the basic objective is that everybody should be well versed with Gatling after this session. You all be able to do that end to end testing very feasibly.
Sir,
Yeah.
I'm Shaukat, sir. Hello.
Yeah, hi Saukat, tell me please.
So last session you have mentioned that for distribute test only for paid version in open source that option is not available, and you gave one more solution that using some other CI/CD we can do the distribute test, right?
Yeah.
Now, if I use CI/CD, how, for example, if I initiate distribute test using CI/CD with multiple systems, so how I will generate the reports, sir, in one system? Now, this is not possible, right? Actually,
No, that's
that's why
possible.
in JMeter, that's
Okay,
why we
okay,
use
okay.
JMeter in master system. All the information we will receive from the slave, and we will generate one HTML report. But if
Correct,
there be
correct.
no master slave setup in open source, though, so how we will do all those stuff, sir?
Okay, so Gatling reporting with the open source version is little bit complex.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Yeah, a little bit complex. I have discussed about it. It's one of the disadvantages of the Gatling open source.
Mm-hmm.
So for that we have to create the report manually. We have to generate the report by the command, but we have to work with the log file. With the log file we have to alter the log file, and we have to combine the log file to get the combined report.
So, for example, if I'm running in the 10 system have the values, so I need to combine manually.
For as far I am aware, for open source, yes, but you you are not gonna to run from the 10 system, because 1 to 2 system will be fine to generate the load, right? And we have automations also to put on the to work on the results. We have the automations also to combine all the results and get it at one place. There's nothing we have to do manually.
Can you come again, sir? I didn't get you. For example, if you're running 5,000 users, sir, how many with 16 GB 16 GB RAM for 5,000 users? So it should be minimum 5 systems required, right?
Hey, that depends on the response and the request payload and the response size. What response size you are getting and how quickly you are getting the response. Okay, that
Mm-hmm.
depends. That will decide the number of users. The as quick you are getting the response from the servers, you will be able to send the next request. That's how we achieve the throughput.
Okay, sir. For assume that if you are using 3 systems, so
Yeah.
what approach you will go, sir? In 3 system, you get the data and you combine, you generate manually, or is there any way the
We can
system
automate.
itself
We can automate it.
from automate where, sir, using macros or any other tool,
No, no,
any
just
scripting?
we can. If you'll ask me, we'll write any Java or Scala code to automate it.
Okay, okay.
Any utility we have to develop, because Gatling is something we don't have anything called spoon feeding. We have to do it by ourselves only. Maybe there will be some I'll check if there is any alternative, but as far I am aware, there is no alternative in open source. In Frontline we have.
Okay,
In open
okay.
source we don't have.
How much cost, sir, for this one, for paid version? What will be the cost?
It will be costly, man, because it will be the industry version, right? It will be costly. You can check it on the Gatling official pricing,
Mm-hmm.
like what is your requirements and what is the price for that, because for different requirements we have different pricing, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, sir, sure.
Okay, are we expecting any more questions over here?
So this will support only web application, and what about Windows or other DBA? So database load testing, is it possible using Gatling, sir?
Yeah, that is possible, but it is very much perfect about the HTTP protocol only.
Oh, okay, sir. Sir, can you open that the recorded window, sir?
Which window?
The recorded window, the GUI.
This one?
Yes. Here the format. What is means in right hand side? There will be a drop down format. Scala.
Okay, okay. In which format you want to generate the script? It's a Scala, it's a Java, or it's something like Kotlin. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So Gatling have capacity to generate the script in different version. Scala,
Yeah.
Java, Kotlin,
Yeah.
like that.
Since we are using it in Scala framework, we have to use it Scala.
Okay.
We have to use add Scala always.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sir. And I feel that if we give from in future, if we give any task, sir, so this will be helpful to us to develop our hands-on skill actually.
Yeah, I have already explained you, like go to take your time, download and install Gatling, create or record your scripts and run one test, and let me know tomorrow if you face any issue.
Okay, sir. It's great, sir. So daily, if you're giving some task, it's so we will practice, and next day we will discuss so that we will learn easily actually.
Sure, sure, we'll talk about it.
Okay, sir. Appreciate. Thank you.
Yeah, hi sir, Murahari here.
Hi.
Yeah, I have one doubt. So along with the Gatling, we need to install any Eclipse and all? No, system for
Sorry,
the
I'm
code.
not able to understand. Your voice is freaking.
Yeah, now is it fine, sir?
Yeah, it is better now.
Okay, so along with the Gatling, we need to install any Eclipse IDE or something else for the
No,
code enhancements and all?
no, for now you don't need that. Na, I'll navigate you the ID installations and integration later. For now, you just have to run it from your local through the
Okay,
Gatling
okay,
uh, downloads only.
okay, got it. Okay, thanks.
Okay, then
Uh,
let's meet tomorrow, guys. Anybody has
Sir,
any more questions?
one more final question, sir. It would be great if you share me the schedule, sir, when the session, when the schools will end, and each day what are the topic you will take, so that we know when exactly this course will end actually.
Okay, it will
Plan.
no, it will go for, it's a total 15 hours course basically, including
Okay,
the
sir.
doubt clearance and the questions we are taking. So
Mhm.
about the exact timelines, we'll decide about it and we'll let you know by tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Okay, sure, sir. So that we will also plan for other courses also if I know the exact when it will be end. That's why.
Yeah, right, right.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, then we are closing out here. Let's meet tomorrow for the next session and hope you all understood what we have discussed in today's session.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Send me the recorded session also, sir. In
Yeah,
the group.
it will be uploaded in the group by the
Okay.
team.
Okay. Great, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks everyone. Bye. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
You too.
Thanks.